Hey guys, I'm back. We're going to read Skippyjon Jones and the Big Bones today. I want you to take a minute, just look at the cover and think, what do you think this book might be about? What do you think this book may be about? This is Skippyjon Jones. Looks like he's got a big bone in his mouth. What do you think that bone might be coming from? Alright, here we go. Skippyjon Jones was crazy about digging and hit Miss Dolly Doohickeys' garden. Because that's where Miss Dolly Doohickeys' dog Darwin buried all of his bones, and nobody messed with Darwin. There he is. He's a pretty big dog. 2 yards away, Mama Junebug Jones was hanging wash when her kitty boy blew through the sheets like a muddy wind. "Hey, Pickle Pants," hollered Mama, "don't run with your mouth full." But Pickle Pants had only one thing on his mind. Dinosaurs. "I'm going to be a famous paleontologist," whispered Skippyjon Jones, arriving at his room. When he popped a pickle on his puss, he slapped some glue all over his newfound bone and stuck it onto his model. "And you are my Skipposaurus," he added out loud. "Skipposaurus," declared Mama Junebug Jones, coming into the room. "Those bones belong to Darwin. You better take them back, for your prehistoric fossil is that snoozing doggie's snack. And do it now," ordered Mama, "before he wakes up." She didn't look too happy. But the kitty boy had no intention of returning Darwin's bones before he bounced on his big boy bed. First he pounced and wiggled, then he bounced and giggled. All the way up to the ceiling he chanted, "Oh, I'm Skippyjon Jones, and I bounce on my bed, 'cause I love to eat pickles that tickle my head." Then flung himself over to the mirror for a head check. "Holly hairballs," exclaimed Skippyjon Jones, pulling out his tape measure. "That's one huge cabeza." That means head. Then, using his very best Spanish accent, he added, "My ears are too big for my head, and my head won't fit into my bed. I know I'm a sesame cat, and I'm Chihuahua." And quicker than you can say chunky chihuahuas in cream, the kitty boy picked up his cape and pulled on his mask. Muy soft voice. That means very soft. "Oh, my name is Skippito Frisquito, and I hunt for Dinosaurito with gigantico ears, because that's been buried for years under layers of sedimento." At the same time, the kitty boy's sister, Jujubee, Jezebel, and Jilly Boo Jones were in Miss Doohickeys' yard, watching Darwin sleep. "This is fun," said Jezebel. "Lots of fun," agreed Jilly Boo. "The mostest fun," added Jujubee. But Skippyjon wasn't thinking Darwin. He was thinking dinosaurs. And he knew where to find them. Deep within his closet. "Whoa," said Skippito. "It's a jungle in here." But as soon as he stepped over the threshold, his snifferito picked up the scent of his old amigos, Los Chimichangos. Stinkitos, called Skippyjon Jones. I smell you, but I don't see you. It is I, El Skippito, Frisquito, the great sword fighter. Up here, Skippito hollered the Chihuahuas. We are toasting Los Marshmallowcitos Prehistoricos. Not that prehistoric marshmallows, exclaimed Skippito. See, dude, replied the doggies, but they are as hard as rocas. That's because they are fossilitos, said Skippito. Fossilitos? Skimosilitos, declared Poquito Tito, the smallest of the small ones. We want to see los dinosaurs when our own ojos, he said, pointing to his eyes. So ojos are your eyes. ¿Por qué? asked Skippito. So he's asking why. Because, Bobbycito, and Don Diego, the biggest of the small ones. We hear they are really, really big, dude. This news made the Chihuahuas go insano around the rim of the volcano, singing ding-a-ling, ding-a-long, ding-a-lee-do. They are such a silly Skippito. You know what dogs think. If it sounds good, it must stink. Plus, it's great for the old snifferito. But right in the middle of their romp, Mount Itchy Gitchy Goomba blew its top, tossing the doggies right on their rumpitos. But a bump on the rump would become the least of their worries. Because boom, 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 the earth began to tremble and shake. What's going on? What's going on? Why is it booming? Terremoto, shouted Poquito Tito, panic-stricken. It's not an earthquake, Quito, said Skippito, peeking through the bushes. It's a T-Mexiquito. Oh boy, here they come. And he wasn't the only dinosaurio. There were big ones and small ones, feathered and bald ones. Some were spiky and frilled with a look that could kill. Ay caramba! It's the Roomba! Cheered the chimichangos. And before Skippito could warn them, the rascalitos had shook their way into the dance line. This is loco, wailed Skippito. You will be crushed like crispitos beneath the dino's toesitos. But the pupitos did not hear. They were too busy singing. Itchy gitchy goomba, dinos do the Roomba, with jumbo jaws and giant claws, with horns and beaks and scaly peaks. Itchy gitchy goomba, chimichangos do the Roomba, with great big hearts and tiny parts, with knobby knees and lots of fleas. Itchy gitchy goomba. But something had to be done to save them. And quicker than you can say Pachyphilosaurus. I'm not sure if that's right. Skippito let out a big Jurassico bark. Ruff! Holy jalitos, roared the T-Mexiquito. I smell the pickle breath of a Skiposaurus. I'm not a declared Skippito, wiping off his mask. I'm a Chihuahua. Now, the pillow fighting, ankle biting, pickle dripping, dino tripping Chihuahua they call El Skippyjon Frisquito, the great sword fighter, shrieked. The T Mexiquito. Oh, see, that is me, said Skippyjo with a bow. Then quicker than you can say Don Diego Staminos, every dinosaurito stopped, dropped, and rolled far away. Where's the fuego, dubs? Asked Poquito Tito. There's no fire, said Skippyjo. They're just going extincto. Muy bueno, Skippyjo. We love the stinquito, agreed the Chihuahuas, and they tossed him into the air. Diggeree, diggeroo, diggerito. We learned something new from Skippyjo. He scares them to death with his old pickle breath, and that's how we get fossilitos. Then all of a sudden, boom, 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 the earth began to tremble and shake. Every head popped and sniffed. Dinosaurios, whispered the perritos. No, said Skippyjo. They are extincto. See, said the Chihuahuas. Es muy extinto. They are very extinct. But it wasn't the dinosaurios that smelled. What do you think it is that's smelling? What are they smelling? They hear the loud booms, but the dinosaurs are extinct. It was Darwin! And he was knocking on Skippy's closet door. Then, click, the door opened, and out tumbled the kitty boy on an avalanche of old dog bones. The next thing he knew, the kitty boy was waking up on the couch. What happened? Asked Skippyjon. Don't you remember Sugar Beet? Asked Mama Junebug Jones. You decided to return Darwin's dog bones. All of them? Asked Skippy. That's right, Dumpling, said Mama proudly. So who was at the door making that loud noise? Darwin. So they returned his bones. That very same night, the kitty boy found Mr. Perfect still sitting in the corner, all covered in bones. My Skipposaurus, he whispered. Then he dragged the cat over to his big boy bed for a good night bounce. Oh, I'm Skippyjon Jones, and I'm not a dog fighter, but I still have some bones, 'cause I'm the decider. Then he decided to go to bed. So, this is a book about a cat who's pretending to be a Chihuahua, and he wants to hunt dinosaurs. So, I want you guys to think about what you can do today to pretend to be something maybe you're not. Maybe you want to be. I know last week I pretended to be a mermaid, and I put mermaid makeup on, and I pretended to swim like a mermaid. So I want you guys to think, what could I pretend to be today? And I want you to act it out, just like Skippyjon Jones. I hope you guys have a wonderful day.